Hey everybody, excuse me. How are you today on Hump Day? I hope that everyone's having a good day. Normally I go live at 11, but I had some crazy tech issues this morning. I had to figure out some things, and yeah. So I'm just on here a little bit later. But I hope everyone's having a great start to their day, even though it's almost lunchtime here, but hope your day's going well. So today I want to talk about, again, one of my takeaways from the Mom So Hard conference. Now, if you did not catch the conference, I'm really sorry. The conference, I was originally going to take it down Monday night, and I decided to leave it up till last night. But last night I did take it down from everywhere. It is no longer available to view anywhere on the internet except in the members only vault of the Mindset Mastery for Moms coaching program. So only people who join that program have access to watch the conference, and they have lifetime access, and they also have access to 10 additional interviews that were not part of the conference. It's only for them. So if you're not a member of my Facebook group, Survival Mode to Successful Moms Creating Momentum, please join. There's going to be some exciting things coming, even just this week. There's exciting things all the time, but especially this week, I've got some cool things, and I'm going to announce those at the end. And, I've also included the link to my signature coaching program if you're interested in that. But anyway, so what I want to talk about today is one of my very favorite talks from the conference, and that was from my friend Lauren De Silva, who is my South African friend who lives in Waco, Texas, and she talks about all things boundaries. In fact, hold on just a second. I'm going to show you her book. I've got it right here. This is Lauren's book, and I just started reading it, and it is amazing. Can I tell you, it's amazing. The Heart-Centered Woman's Guide to Healthy Boundaries. Discover the upward spiral that can save your life, heal your relationships, and break the cycle that is sabotaging your success. So I had so many takeaways from her talk. I actually went about like 10 or 15 minutes over on her interview because I just didn't want to stop it. It was so many gold nuggets there. And I actually choked up a little bit on several times, not only during her talk, during several of the interviews. But, she was talking about how when we overcompensate for our kids, we're not doing them or ourselves any favors. And she said, our end goal in parenting, one thing that we talked about briefly was that our end goal in parenting is to raise our kids to be independent, healthy adults, physically healthy, emotionally healthy, spiritually healthy. We want our kids to grow up to have boundaries. And how can they have boundaries if we don't have boundaries? They're going to, whatever we are around them, no matter what we say to them, they're going to absorb it. And that's it can be a scary thought to think about that. But it's true, and it's empowering if we choose to let it be empowering. And, I kind of took something different away than what she was saying, though. I took a lot of things away, but one of my takeaways was something that I started thinking about. So if I'm raising my kids with the end goal in mind of them, what kind of adult they're going to become, each of them, one thing I realized, I said, not only do I need to have boundaries and be emotionally healthy myself and show up as my authentic self for my kids and model for them what that looks like, I also need to start explicitly teaching them adult skills, because there's a lot of adult skills. It's like you see all these memes on Facebook all the time, like, oh, adulting is so hard, and it is. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is. But or you see things like people say, oh, I wish I had learned this in school, or I got to adulthood and I never learned how to do this. So I started thinking, okay, what things do I want to teach my kids? And some of them, I may not be able to teach them right now at the age they are. My kids are really small, but some things I can that I just haven't been intentional about. Because if we're not intentional about it, it won't get done. And, we're not going to do everything right. We're not going to be able to do everything. But it just made me ask myself, what can I teach my kids right now? Just explicitly teach them, and it'd be an ongoing conversation with them that they're going to need to know as adults. So I made a list of different things that for me are important for me to teach my kids. And so I'm just going to read a few of them off to you. Saving money, shopping, um, like shopping in a way that's, not blowing all your money, but also not buying something that's worthless. Doing their own laundry, cooking, taking care of their bodies, paying bills and budgeting, careers, um, having a spiritual connection with God, volunteering, taking care of their belongings. That's something obviously I have been working on, but I don't know about you, but my kids need all of that they can get because they destroy a lot of things. So we're always working on respecting our belongings. Self-esteem, boundaries, how to write a thank you note, choosing friends wisely. And, obviously that's something that we will have a conversation about. But then when the incident comes up, we'll revisit that. I'll ask them the right questions to get them to think and internalize that. Also, changing their thoughts. Like I said, I'm going to teach my kids the same mindset work that I teach in my course, but in a way that is, that they can understand and is relevant to them. Regulating their emotions, that's a big one. So instead of reacting to their chaos, to how they're acting for a certain situation, how about I just remain detached from it and, talk them through it, guide them through some deep breathing, teach them strategies so that they can use so that they're not still having tantrums when they're 17 or 24 or whatever. That one's easier said than done, I will admit, because it's so easy when your child is being disrespectful to you, or if they are, even if it's not intentional, even if your child is just really having a hard day and they're just melting down, it's still hard not to get sucked into that. It's really hard. That takes a lot of practice, first of all, a lot of maturity, and it doesn't always happen, and you just have to give yourself grace and try again the next time if you fail as a parent. And I'll teach them how to be organized, how to use their time wisely. Those are just lots and lots of things that is our job as parents to teach, and maybe you're already doing that with your kids, and more power to you. But those are things that I wrote down that I've touched on a little bit maybe, but I just really want to be intentional that by the time they arrive to adulthood, I want them to have these skills, and it's up to me to teach them. So what did I do this week? My oldest two girls are 7 and 6. And I told them, girls, you're learning how to do your own laundry this week. And they were like, oh, yay. It's a new thing. Of course, they're like, oh, yay, I get to be so grown up. So I got them their own laundry baskets, and I wrote down the instructions because my oldest daughter can read really well. I wrote down all the instructions step by step on how to do your own laundry. And we went down to the basement, and she did everything herself. I just told her what to do. She did it so that she could learn how to do it, how to measure the detergent and the fabric softener, and and I taught her, you have to, the best thing to do with your laundry day is Monday. Your sister's laundry day is Wednesday. So you're in charge of doing your own clothes that day. And if you don't wash them, if you forget and you don't have clean clothes, that's on you. I mean, I will walk you through this the first few weeks and make sure you're doing it right, but this is going to be your responsibility. And I also taught her when the clothes come out of the dryer, you don't have a lot of clothes. It's just a small load. Fold them right then, put them in your basket, take them upstairs and put them away. This is gonna be a system for you. And I'm not, that I was really proud of myself for that parenting moment, and I like to keep track of the ones that I'm proud of myself, because there are so many parenting moments for all of us that we feel like we're doing our kids a disservice, or we feel like we're the worst parent in the world. Those are way more than the ones where we, if we're honest with ourselves, the ones that we feel like, I'm doing a really great job. I'm really a great parent. So I think it's important that we really try to remember those moments, that, write them down if you have to. Write them down, make a list that you've really done a good job as a parent, because, we're all doing better than we think we are. And that was one of my takeaways that I started thinking about, and I actually wrote in my journal about it after Lauren De Silva's talk. And, throughout, tomorrow I've got another takeaway from Lauren's talk that I'm going to talk about, and it's going to be super cool. So tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. And I wanted to mention really briefly that, the Mom So Hard conference was amazing. Like I've said so many times, I think I got more out of the conference than anyone else. I was the host. I was glued to my chair for 11 hours, 2 days in a row. It was awesome. It was tiring, but it was so worth it. And I just feel like, for me, it was so powerful. I'm so glad that I said yes to do that when I had the idea and struck while the iron was hot and just put it all together and did it. But one amazing thing that came out of that conference is a lot of people started asking me, you should do a course. You should create a new course on how to organize an online conference, because this is really well done. And I'm like, you don't have to twist my arm. I will do it right now. If you want to learn it, I will do it. I will teach you. So actually yesterday, in one day, I created that course. And so it is, I can't even remember the name of my course. Hold on. It is Your Complete Guide to Organizing and Hosting an Online Event. So I'm going to be launching that course. I mean, it's already done, but I will be putting that out there. I'm doing some finishing touches to it. I'll be putting that out there this week, like probably either end of the day today or first thing tomorrow. Check it out. It's a lot less expensive than my Mindset Mastery course. I wanted to make this, this is a much smaller course. It's much more affordable for anyone. Almost anyone can afford this today. And then I had a lot of other people tell me your sales talks were really good. I would love to be able to do that. So then I'm like, another course idea. So today I'm creating another course on, again, I have to look at my title. I've got a lot going on up here, guys. How to craft an irresistible sales talk. So if you are in business, sales is a part of your job. And no matter what business you are, every business has to do sales. Whether you are part of an MLM, you have your own business, you're in retail, whatever it is, you have to be able to sell. And I feel really comfortable with it. I feel like I can teach it. So I'm creating a course today. Again, it's going to be a very low price, very, very affordable price course. And it's not going to take you long to go through. It's going to be something you can go through really quick. No fluff, just step by step. I give you the steps, you do it, boom. Both of these courses. So I will have that course done by tonight, and I will have both of them out there so that you can purchase them by tomorrow at the latest. Also, speaking of tomorrow, I have a super cool secret. So tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock a.m., Martha Krejci is interviewing me on her live video that she does every day. So tune into Martha's channel if you follow Martha. If not, you need to follow Martha Krejci. She was one of my conference speakers, and she's my business coach. She's amazing. So, and I will share that video. It'll be on, and I'm not sure where it'll all be broadcast, probably Facebook, YouTube, maybe Instagram. I'm really not sure. But I will share it so that you can see my interview, and I'm so excited. So anyway, I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Bye, guys.